A giant stock market investment brokerage company is plowing money into a mining stock. We're going to take a look at this stock and more, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. This is Richard with Wisdom Investor. We're going to take a look at this mining stock that a giant brokerage company is plowing money into. In addition, we're going to look at silver, some other gold stocks. Also, we'll look at Bitcoin, bonds, copper, the dollar, and more. So stay tuned for the full video. We're looking at the GDX Gold Miners ETF. This ETF is made up of gold mining stocks. We'll look at the stock that we're talking about in just a moment. But general gold has been dropping here. We're getting a nice little bounce in the gold market and gold miner stock. We're looking at Newmont Mining here, also getting a little bit of a bounce up. We're looking at Barrick Gold here, also getting a bounce up. It does have some money coming out by this big brokerage company we were talking about, which we'll talk about more in just a moment. Also looking at Franco-Nevada, same formation, getting a bounce up. Is this going to continue higher? We'll see. The stock that we're talking about here today is Agnico Eagle Mines. Fidelity has been plowing money into this particular stock here. We're going to take a look at that here in just a moment. But Fidelity Investment has been plowing some money in this, getting a nice bounce up with some pretty good volume here. Here's some information from Bloomberg Terminal on Agnico Eagle Mines. And you can see here Fidelity Investments listed here, and you can see the amount of money that they're plowing into this stock here. Stock does have some resistance at 74 and support basically right around 69. If I was to buy this, which I haven't yet, but if I was to buy this, I might wait for a little bit of a pullback just to see if it can hold support. But below 68, I would not buy it, or I would be out of it. There's definitely some money coming into this by Fidelity Investment. We're looking at silver here. It's got resistance above it here around 23. Silver starts to take off to the upside also. That would be another good indicator that I think gold is going to push higher along with this Agnico Eagle Mines. The US dollar has also been falling, and the gold stocks have been following. If we start to get some support here in the US dollar and it pushes higher, that may be another good indicator the gold stocks are going to push higher. We're looking at the TLT bond fund. This has also been dropping. Interest rates have been rising. If we start to get into an inflationary situation where interest rates are rising, that may also be a good indicator here for our gold. Interest rates themselves have been rising. Now the Fed wants to keep the rates as low as possible. They're going to try to force these rates down, but we have been trending up on interest rates. It's falling down just a little bit here today. If we get a little bit of dip in the markets, that may cause rates to move a little bit lower. We mentioned Bitcoin a minute ago. Bitcoin hit the 20,000 level. Last time it peaked out around 18,000, so it did go over the 18,000 this time, but we're showing some pressure here to the downside. You can see the volume has been stronger to the downside as this has moved higher here, so it may be losing some of its juice to the upside. A pullback to about 15,000 could be a good buying opportunity if it does pull back to 15,000. We're mostly looking at the metals here today. Copper has been on a tear to the upside. Not a place to be buying copper stocks right now. We're looking at a good copper stock here right now, Freeport-McMoRan, and that has skyrocketed up. Not the place to be buying this at this point. Economy's looking good, buildings going on. When copper's doing good, that's good for the economy. We're going to look at where we think the Dow Jones Industrials is headed here in December. We're looking at a chart, averages from December of 1885 to present. Typically in December, what the Dow does, say around the 8th or 9th of the month, it shows some weakness till we get around right before Christmas time, around the 23rd, 24th, and then it rises towards the last part of December. So if we get a pullback here in the Dow, could lead to at least a small buying opportunity. Here's the Dow Jones ETF DIA. You can see it's been creeping up. We've got a lot of resistance around that 30,000 level or 300 level on the DIA. We're looking at the Dow Jones Industrials here. We have volume has increased a little bit to the downside, so a pullback, say around 29,500, could happen in the Dow here. But overall, all systems are go in the markets. So we looked at that stock, Agnico Eagle Mines, AEM. Fidelity's plowing money into this stock right now, so that's going to be on our watch list. Stay tuned for updates.